Chris Economy was a great M.L.W.A. Wiffleball player. In 2007, taking some cuts at the batting cages, great player hitting a bunch of home runs, driving in runs, and just dominating the league. But as '08 came, he had a huge decrease in numbers. A 27 home run decrease and a 37 RBI decrease. Very disappointing. And here in 2009, he absolutely stunk up the league, and in June, his numbers drastically went down.
Here's the pitch to Economy, and he pops one up, and Ryan makes the play. Here's a line drive, but it's caught, and the inning is over. Chris still struggling, and here's a pitch, a little ground ball, and the inning is over. Chris in an 0 for 22 slump. Ground ball, Ryan makes the play.
Is Chris Economy on steroids? Look at these numbers.
I had a chat with the great player Mike Svetty. It was a joy to meet him. He was a great Wiffleball Association player back in the day, and he talked about Chris as a teammate and a player. Be careful there. You know, it's so great to meet you, young Sylvan. Mike, you were always a teammate around Chris, and you were in the clubhouse through all his moments. What was it like inside that clubhouse?
Well, Chris was a good player, and he brought good chemistry to the team and made you feel good about yourself. He was a great player, a great ball player. He was a great guy.
Would you ever expect, just you've seen his numbers over years, would you ever have expected any steroid scandal against him?
Oh, never, never.
Mike, you were alongside Chris through some of his greatest moments.
Yes.
So what do you think would be sidetracking him to cause him to put up these bad numbers if you don't think he did take steroids?
Well, he was a really handsome kid. I mean, you used to chase them girls all the time, and when he wasn't chasing them girls, he'd be playing football. So he had a busy schedule, you know, a very busy schedule. So that's what I think.
So you say his personality was great in the clubhouse.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Well, there's other stories about his rage and how he would get into it with umpires. What was that about?
Occasionally Chris would lose his temper a bit. He had a bit of an anger problem. He get angry easily, you know. Some people are like that. It's not a big deal.
Just to wrap up, do you remember any of the greatest moments Chris had? Just what was a moment in your mind that was great to you, or maybe funny, or a good moment?
Well, I think there's so many great moments. Well, I remember a good moment when he hit a nice home run in one of the games back in 2009. It was a great home run off R.D. Chevy. But there was also some funny moments, not the greatest. But I remember one time there was a pitch that he swung at and missed going golfing for it, and he fell right over.
And it did. He walked 2 batters in the inning, but here, just a... John, you've been an analyst and an insider on Wiffleball This Week for many years. How do you feel Chris's swing has gone from 2007 up to now where he's struggling?
Well, let me tell you something. I've been a sports analyst for 40 freaking years. I've never seen such a terrible decline in statistics that I've seen in Chris Economos' statistics.
John, you've been an analyst for Wiffleball This Week for many, many years. How do you feel Chris's swing from 2007 up to 2009 of today has changed?
Well, back in 2007, he had a good swing going. He had a nice uppercut, and he was hitting a bunch of home runs. 2008, he started not doing that. He had a weird swing, and his elbow was going down, he was extending his arms, and he just was not doing good. But he still had pretty good numbers, 25 home runs and 65 RBIs. This year, it's been absolutely disastrous. his swing, he's been elbow down, his back foot's going flaring up. His swings are almost like an axe. I really don't know what he's doing, and that's why he only has 3 home runs and 16 RBIs so far. A real disappointment in Chris Economos.
So you would you consider the facts of maybe steroids being a possibility in Chris?
Yes, I do, because these stats are absolutely insane. Going from 52 home runs in 2007 to 3 in 2009, absolutely hilariously horrible. And I just think it's steroids.
Back in 2008, Chris had an obsession of drinking Monsters. We wonder if this affected his performance.
Here we have 19-year-old Alex Harden from California. He invented Gatorade, and he's going to discuss the Monster issue with Chris Economy. So, Alex, tell us what you think happened during the time that Chris's stats boomed, and that was also a notable time of when he just was drinking a lot of Monster. Tell us.
Well, you see, I'm most creator of Monsters, and I'm a rich 19-year-old, as you can see. And, you know, when I created Monsters, the effect was going to be on kids. I knew that. That's why I created the drinks. I mean, you know, side effects, just a little. But, you know, I was making millions at the time. Who knew that Chris was smart enough to drink my drink? So now he's drinking it, and it has carbohydrates and electrolytes, which causes your hormones to go all crazy. Chris didn't know what he was doing at this time.
Alex, Mr. Harden, what do you think? Do you think this somehow caused his stats to go down?
Maybe. You know, I hear all this steroid allegation stuff. I don't know about steroids or anything about that, but I know my drink, you know, it wasn't the safest thing on the market, but still buy it, you know, Gatorade. Buy it. It's cool, refreshing, great. But mainly, his stats could be on the Monsters, you know, if you drink enough of them. I don't know how many he drank.
Well, he I guess, supposedly drank 3 extra large Monsters in one day. What is your opinion on that?
Is he no, what's wrong with that kid? I mean, you know, that's pretty messed up. I just gotta admit that. That is kinda messed up.
That day, he hit 4 home runs. Do you think that has something to do with this Monster drink?
Could be. See, Monster, if you look at it a different way, it can make you good or bad. Drop your stats or make them good. That's how I made my drink make so much money. It's better than Gatorade. You want to have it, then it's like having steroids.
Thank you, Alex.
On steroids?
You make the decision.
Another chance, but then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot.